Hello and welcome to the Amateur Hour, a podcast from Amateur Mastermind Productions. Every other week, 4 young creatives get together to talk about whatever it is young creatives talk about. One day we'll get it all in unison. My name, as always, one of your co-hosts, Mike Messina, and to my immediate right, the Sony PlayStation of the podcast, Darren Tun.
PS5?
PS5?
Okay.
You got one? No,
PS5.
No. All the way across the table, we have the Microsoft Xbox of the podcast.
Boo.
No.
Yo, come at me, bro.
And
Oh, hey,
finally,
what's up?
yeah. Finally, over here we have what's left. The Nintendo.
Wii.
Well, yeah,
What?
the Nintendo Wii.
The Wii.
The superior Nintendo console. Joanne, Jojo, Chang.
Whee! Okay.
We can let that one sit for a second.
Yo, facts.
Alright.
So before
What are you?
What am I? I'm the PlayStation
He's a
Vita.
PC.
Oh, yeah.
PC game.
Master Race.
Game
yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Game Boy
Game
Advance.
Boy. Shout out to the man.
Yo, facts.
The Playlinks.
Yeah,
Those
yeah, I remember that. Well, before we had to play Mario Kart, you had to play Link with the original DS. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I just remember, like, I'm so glad that we hit the video game era before the internet, just
That's
a little
facts.
bit. Because back in my old neighborhood on Staten Island, when I used to live there,
Oh really? You live there?
I
I
did
don't
for
know.
a very short period of
This is
time.
news
Was
to
it
me.
fun?
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of it, but
Wow.
it was Staten Island, and you know, all the kids on the block, all different ages, would just be running around with all their different editions of the Game Boy,
Oh,
playing
word.
different Pokemon games,
Word,
and
word, word.
they bust out those Playlinks, and you link up, and it was really, really cool. I'm glad we got that like physical video game
Yeah.
experience, because now that
Nice.
doesn't happen, because
Yeah.
now it's all online.
I think
These
with-
kids and their internet, you know.
No, remember like Pokemon Go game? Like that was like a little bit where people would actually meet. I remember I walked outside
Yeah.
and met new people who were playing that game, and I was like, "What is going on?"
You played it?
I did. I only played it because my friends were playing it,
Oh,
and
okay.
they would not hang out with me. They would only want to play
She's
that.
a follower.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, I am.
I remember
He
playing with
decided
my.
to.
I remember playing
I
Pokemon
didn't
Go with
succumb to that.
my coworkers actually.
Oh, really?
Like, cause we were all camp counselors, and then like on lunch breaks we would like play Pokemon Go, and we'd to walk to lunch. We'd go outside and out on the walk to lunch and play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And it just so happened
That's what
is
you were
where we
doing
worked,
out there.
Where we
Damn.
worked was a gym.
Oh.
Was one of the Pokemon gyms. Was one of the Pokemon gyms.
Oh,
Oh my,
yeah.
that was
Like
so
to
hype. That
everything.
was so hype.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shout out to Pokemon.
You know,
Go.
bathroom breaks.
Oh yeah. Why is he gone for 30 minutes on that break? Why is he screaming out different fictional animals?
Pokemon. Yeah, literally.
I don't know any really Pokemon, but
Yeah, I don't know. Pikachu.
yeah, well, yeah, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so again, before we jump in, we should also address someone had a little accident.
Peed my pants today, and
Again.
No, just kidding.
Again.
Yeah.
Third time this week.
Yep.
What happened, Jojo?
I went rock climbing today, and I was a little ambitious and decided that everybody was jumping off when they reached the top. So I was like, I'll jump off. But I was no pro, so I landed on one foot, and now I have a twisted ankle.
Oh my gosh.
And
Came down like a ninja though.
Yeah, there's footage of
She
it.
was just like this coming down, and then the moment she hit the ground, she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Wasted.
Yeah.
Waste. She ragged
Video
off.
games did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto did.
yeah. But she's doing all right now. Still
Yes.
hurts, right?
Yeah.
It still hurts, yeah. They got it wrapped up, so just limping around for now until
Show the audience.
Yeah, that's no. I want to take.
You have the footage, right?
But it's my YouTube channel. We can put it in after.
We'll link it.
we'll link. I want to dedicate at least one episode of this to really unpack JoJo's weird psychology around feet and exactly why she doesn't like them, exactly what she doesn't like
We
about
should do a whole
them.
podcast episode just filming our like feet, and then we'll talk, but then we'll like move our feet. and
Oh,
we'll
okay.
talk.
Like a puppet show.
Yeah.
Darren would be spazzing out the whole time like this.
Why?
My friend in high
I'll
school
be like the
got,
most versatile.
Oh my gosh. Ew. That was actually weird. That was so weird. Oh.
my friend in high school got a single tattoo, and it's a tattoo of a little smiley face on the bottom of her big toe. And it's the quirkiest
Interesting.
thing I've ever
Interesting.
heard in my life.
Smiling face on the bottom of her big toe.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is a conversation that goes into the foot fetish realm too.
Yeah.
Because like people apparently
Are we
pay for
going
feet pics.
there?
Yep.
Do anything for
So wait,
feet.
Jojo, what is it about feet though? Like
Why do
real
you
quick.
talk about this?
She was like,
Yeah, but
she
like,
has anxiety
I
right
just,
now.
I just don't know why.
I just don't like them. I feel like
But like why? How's it different from a hand?
because your hand gets aired out versus your foot is like in a shoe all day or like in a sock.
What if their foot is out all day then?
then it's like gets dirty. How often do you wash your feet? You
But
wash your hands often.
what if they're up like all the time like that?
Yeah, what if someone only walks on their hands their entire
Yeah.
life?
Would hands be creepy to you then?
I guess.
Nah, they would no. That means no. That means you're prejudiced against feet, and you
Yeah.
just can't justify it. But
Yeah.
we'll get to the bottom of it next week.
All right.
On
Get
the-
to the bottom.
or no, this is my new
We'll
proposal.
get to the bottom of it.
This is a recurring segment on the show.
Like
Oh
how
my
I'm doing with my
gosh.
therapy.
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
check-in.
And then at the top of every show, we're gonna ask you a single question to help us get closer
Oh my god.
to find out why you feel the way you feel.
2 episodes ago, we were sitting on the floor next to Darren, and I accidentally touched Darren's butt, and that was so bad. And then I had to like maintain.
He had to lower the gain for that.
Yeah.
Stay calm.
Oh, I see the audio from like boom. And I'm
I
like,
had to stay
oh.
calm for the podcast. It was. Oh my god, it was
Oh,
so
man.
good.
Okay, so we'll return to that next week.
No.
So-
Feel like that about anyone's feet, right?
The
No, but
conver-
the thing is that same week, I don't know if you guys heard in the podcast episode, but all you hear is plum, plum,
It's a different week. It's a different.
Oh, it's a
week.
different week? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a precursor. That
That's
was warning
precursor.
me.
Yeah.
Something's
Darren, 'cause
coming.
Darren was moving his foot on the table, and so the whole table was just like vibrating.
Whew. Well, I know Mike wanted to talk about dreams today.
I did, yeah. And actually, so instead of topic of the show, I think we're going to call it the conversation starter.
Starter.
Because what always happens is you just talk about one thing.
We call it
going
the
all-
appetizer.
No.
No,
conversation.
Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, we could.
We started the
We'll
meal.
call it whatever with how we want.
We'll
to call
workshop it. We'll workshop
Yeah.
it. But yeah, conversation starter for this week, because
Yeah.
the topic could veer and go to pretty much any direction from there, is dreams. However you interpret the word dreams.
I had a dream.
About feet.
Wait a second. Yeah. All right. About what?
Feet.
I have this.
Oh.
I have this one recurring dream that's really scary, where I'm on top of the building, and then like I fall off, and I literally feel my stomach turn, and I hit the ground. Oh, sorry, I hit the ground, and like I'm in my bed. But this is like a recurring one. It's happened like 4 or 5 times already. But do you guys have recurring dreams?
That's the there's a scientific reason for that. I forgot what it's called, but it's like sleep paralysis people also experience
Oh
that.
my god, sleep
Oh, yeah.
paralysis.
Yeah.
So
So
scary,
it's like
right?
it's kind of like it's like you have the feeling that you're falling, and you suddenly wake up at the start. Sorry, I just shook the whole table.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good acting. Maybe you should
Yeah.
cast it for our next.
You
short
should,
film.
I should. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Falling
I'm in a
Man.
horror film, even though I hate horror. It'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard, act like you're falling, but you're just sitting down.
Whoa.
Green screen the background.
Yeah. You do the thing where you pull the
I did that to
camera
my
straight
sister
up.
when I was little.
Really?
Yeah. We had a green screen and like
Oh,
I
wow.
made her
But you
sit
had a
on-
green screen at home.
Yeah, and I made it was like a bed sheet, but we dyed it in green ink.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, and then we hung it up.
You were dedicated.
Yeah.
And then like
Wow.
she was like on the stool, and then she was like pretending like she was like flying
Falling.
and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
And I had like this background, and it was cool.
Wow, I remember doing my little brother. I did a profile shot of him
Mhm.
making a finger gun and then acting like he was shooting,
Uh-huh.
and then I just like cut in little screenshots of that,
Muzzle flares.
but with muzzle flares. Yeah,
It's cool.
it's still the coolest thing ever
Yeah.
that I've ever made.
Muzzle flares, the edited ones.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, basically.
I love muzzle flares. Yeah, they're so nice.
I dream about them all the time. Yeah, but recurring dreams for me, I have 2. Or I have 3, but they're kind of boring. Like one is just driving, because I'm always super nervous driving.
Oh,
Even if
really?
I'm comfortable with that route, I'm just always super hyper aware. I think more aware than most people are.
Yeah.
Another one is freestyling. Like I used to rap a lot,
Oh.
and still
okay.
just mechanically, if I listen to a lot of hip hop
Yeah.
for a given amount of time, I'll dream as if I am mechanically like trying to solve the puzzle that is freestyling, and I can never really remember the words that I was dreaming of.
Yeah.
Probably because there weren't actual words, but it felt so visceral. Like it really felt like I was actually trying to piece together different verbs and
I thought
stuff
you were
like
gonna
that.
say you were on stage and
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
like
yeah.
performing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I really felt it.
That's the like regular person's hip hop dream, is to be on
Ah,
stage and everyone's
ah.
yelling their name. For me, it's like a noun or a verb. That's my nerdy hip hop.
I see.
Noun or
Yeah.
verb.
I have one more, and this one might be there might be some psychology to unpack here, because I'm really into martial arts, self-defense. Darren and I have the action movie podcast and
Yeah.
everything. So I have a self-defense dream where I'm fighting someone who's a lot bigger than me, and I haven't been hit yet, right? I'm
Yeah.
slipping the punches, I'm ducking and rolling, and I'm landing shots, I'm landing strikes, but they're not doing anything. And I know I have it in me to strike a lot harder, but for
Yeah.
whatever reason, I just can't muster the strength to actually put it all into
That one
like a
final
blow
blow.
or
Yeah.
any blow at all.
Yeah.
And so I have this impending doom, this feeling of just dodging cars where I'm like, inevitably he's gonna land a shot and my face is gonna explode
Yeah.
if I can't muster up the strength to do this one thing in time. And I feel like it says something about me, but I'm scared to think about
The
what it
psychology
says.
behind it.
So I'll just keep having that dream until
How big is this guy?
like 5'5". I'm 5'4", so
No.
he's like two of me.
He's quite
Comically
big.
large, yeah.
He's the size of It Man.
He's like
Yeah. I think
Is it Donnie
I'm
Yen?
taller than it, man. I think Itman's like 5'3" or something like that.
Really?
Donnie Yen? Really?
Not Donnie
No,
Yen
he's not the real
necessarily,
Ip Man, bro.
No. Oh, the actual.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
The actual, like, master, I guess.
Really? He was 5'3"? Wow.
He was something like that, yeah. Or he might have been 5'4". He's somewhere
Damn.
around there.
Dude's Master Yoda, bro.
Master Yoda.
Basically.
Hey, you shall not.
Does anyone else have recurring ones?
I don't know if I dream. Maybe I stopped dreaming for a while.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
No, like out of complete context.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it just sounds so sad.
But there is no context there. I just stopped dreaming.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My friend's like that. He just told me.
Occasionally though, like once
occasionally
once
I
every
would
now
have
and then,
dreams, yeah.
I will have a dream. But I this is such a weird topic because I don't remember any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're far in between. I feel like I don't remember dreams unless I tell someone right after I dream it. But then it's like, who am I gonna like talk to myself? Like, mom, I had this dream. Like,
Dude.
it's like the only person.
I did have a lot of dreams when I was little though.
Yeah.
I had this weird dream once that dude, this is like the weirdest dream I ever had actually. But I remember I was in some sort of like ancient, I don't know, like ancient
Temple or
Rome or something like that. And then like my mom was like Pocahontas or some shit.
What the?
Yeah. And then she was like giving me like a shampoo, like she was like shampooing my hair, and then like she told me to sit down and play like this video game, and I woke up. It was like really weird. I don't know what that.
Dreams are
I don't
so
know what
funny
that. I don't
'cause
know
it's
what
like-
that means at all.
There's no like story. You know how usually when you tell a story, it's like a storyline or like there's something going on and like you're going for something, but this dream just kind of like random and just like does whatever the fuck it wants. So it's like brings you to different locations and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Dream-like films are really interesting.
Yeah.
David Lynch is huge on that. Yeah.
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 I remember when I was a little kid, I had one recurring dream, which is like something chasing me.
Yeah.
And I did not know what it was, didn't know who it was, didn't know if it was
Yeah.
a thing or a person.
Yeah.
It was just chasing. I was just running,
Yeah.
and then and it would transition to falling, and I would wake up.
Yeah. I feel like for dreams, it's like I don't know if I remember the people in it per se or like the faces, but I remember the feeling you get, like
Yeah.
anxiety, the fear.
I would wake up in like cold sweat.
Yeah.
Would you ever have a dream like that's so close to like real life? It involves like the people around you, but
Yeah.
then it's like the circumstance gets like really like fucked
Yeah.
up to
Yeah.
the point where you're like,
Yeah.
man, this is really bad.
Yeah.
This also might sound really weird, but this is like sort of on that note. It's just like I feel like I've had so many moments of deja vu because I remembered a dream that I dreamed that had the
That's true.
exact thing that I was like going through at that point. I was like, I feel like I've dreamed this before, and like it actually like I think I would be making it up, but this one time I wrote it down, the details, and then the situation happened. I was like, oh, this sounds like this, and I pulled it up, and it was exactly that dream. And then that's why I was like really scared. I was like, does that mean I'm like telling my own future in my dreams? Like, what is going on?
Where does it come from? Is it your subconscious?
I
that
think it's
kinda,
the
like,
subconscious.
dictates where it goes.
I have literally no clue. I know too. It's like there are moments where I would dream. Like a lot of the dreams I have now are almost like stories. Like you said, like set in ancient Rome type thing. Like if I ever have a dream, it would be like a story. It's like, you know, you're flying around countries or like you're doing something. And then like you would wake up and I'd be so sad because like I didn't see the ending of the story. Like I was left on a cliffhanger. And then I would sleep and then like a month later that same dream would come up,
Oh, really?
starting off the point. So I'm like, what the heck? Like
And
how
that
is my
never
brain
happens for
working?
me. It's always like I had the force to go back to sleep so I can.
Yeah,
once
yeah,
I-
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
and I'd be like sleep,
Yeah.
and I would go back to sleep, and I would arrive
Yeah.
back in the same place and be like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Because like I'm going through an adventure, I'm like waiting to see what's gonna happen, and then like I feel myself coming back into reality. I'm like, no, don't start in your sleep. So then I would like force myself to go to sleep to finish the dream, and then it's like
Yeah.
you think it's like 10 minutes, and you wake up it's like hours later. I'm like, wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
Time is
That's
like,
only if it's a good dream. I would
Yeah,
suppose.
The
but then
concept
you
is
don't
time
remember
so
it, and
long.
like damn.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like you said, if you write it down, maybe it'd be good for like ideas for like storyboards or like other stuff. Yeah, those could be inspirations.
Do you find like you do certain things during the day that kind of make you dream more at night? Like, are there any habits that you do before you sleep that, I don't know, make it happen more?
I feel like the more restless my sleep is, the more I'll remember the dreams. I don't know if I'm actually dreaming more, but like, you know, if I go to bed really, really late or in a weird time, like in the middle of the day, if it's a nap, that's usually when I can really viscerally remember my dreams.
Yeah.
And that's also oftentimes when weird sleep paralysis stuff happens. I don't know, have you guys had episodes of sleep paralysis?
I remember because
every
it was
day.
so scary.
Yeah. Paralyzed right now?
Yeah. Every day, man.
I woke up in the middle of my dream. And then I guess like my mind was like, you're not ready yet. And then I was just laying there. And then I remember like having a sense of urgency, like fear is just kind of like I can't move. Like my brain's telling my body to move. But like I'm looking down at my body and it's just like stone. And then I was like, all right, I guess I had to go back to sleep. So yeah,
you were that calm?
I don't know why. It was like fear. It was almost like nervousness and like the perspiration. It was just like I literally felt like it was like you're being chased kind of fear. It felt like that. And then suddenly
anxious, I think.
It's like anxiety.
That's what it is.
It's like as soon as I started, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah.
I can't move. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. So I just gonna close my eyes and went back to sleep. And I wake up and I'm like sideways. I'm like, how did this happen?
That's crazy. To me, it's like it is synonymous with a terror like I've never felt before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it that scale for you?
It's a terror I've never felt before, and then to transition into I can't fix it, so I'm just gonna run away.
That's correct. I feel like that means you are extremely healthy emotionally or something like that.
I have no clue.
Because I have the opposite reaction where I have that, and then my mind, and I can't really reason through it. Although I do consciously when that happens, I think, oh, this is sleep paralysis. But I am desperately trying to move myself. I'm trying to roll over. It's for me personally, it's a very specific feeling of there is some personified something in this room and it is coming closer to me, and it is the loudest industrial static noise that I've ever heard, and it's getting louder and louder as this thing I know is right next to me is coming closer and closer, and I'm trying as hard as I can to move. And there was one time where someone was next to me when I was sleeping, and they just said they heard. I woke up because in my mind too, again, it's pseudo-conscious, right? It's this weird in-between state. I was trying so hard to roll over to like tap them to get them to wake me up, and I could not move. Then when I actually awoke, I asked them afterwards. I said, "Oh yeah, I just heard you kind of like gasp a little bit, but like really quietly under your breath." So in your head, it's like it's this battle where you're trying to gain control of your body, and it's not working. You're panicking, you're freaking out, and from the outside, it's nothing. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Like so much going on in your head, and like outside, you don't see much.
Yeah.
There's moments where like my dream is the reality, so then like.
Joe's like, well, I know that movie, Inception.
Yeah, right? No, so it's the scariest thing. So I'll be like dreaming that I'm laying in bed sleeping. So, but then it's like, it's not even like an out of body experience. It's that I'm dreaming that I was laying in bed and I'm about to go sleep. And I'm awake. Right? No, but it's like fully a dream because like just as quickly, and like it might be that I woke up in the middle of the night. Who knows, right? I don't have no clue. But all I know is like I could not move my body. So it's like the sleep paralysis thing. But then like, so I'm like complete conscious, but then I wouldn't even have to close my eyes. Suddenly, like it just like the scene changes, and I'm in like a forest or something. That's how like surreal it feels like, in that dream. And then it would literally be like almost like I'm jumping dreams. It's like from one dream, and I just suddenly I'm in another one, and I'm in another one, and there's just one time I remember like waking up from sleep paralysis. And being in the sleep paralysis, and being like, I need to move my body. So I'm like struggling there, and then suddenly my arm moves. I'm like, oh great, my arm's moving. So I'm like flopping it around.
Oh my gosh,
it's crazy.
Your body parts ever go like numb when you're dreaming or something like that? Like my leg one time, like I was dreaming and then my leg went really, really numb and I could not move it. And then I was like freaking out because I was like, what am I gonna do? It's like 4 a.m.
Like in your dream, or you were like half awake? In my dream, and
then when I woke up, I was still frozen. Like not that I could like move my other parts of my body, but my foot was so like numb. I just couldn't move. I don't know. It's just like related to that dream.
Interesting.
But
I do know I sleep talk though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I always wondered what you were dreaming about.
No clue. Sometimes you tell me I sleep talk. I'm like, I didn't dream anything.
For some context, they used to be roommates in freshman year, so they shared like a triple. It was them two and this other guy called Stanley.
I think we talked a little bit on the first episode.
Yeah.
But refresh.
Episode 0.
Oh damn. Yeah, sometimes I'll listen to other podcasts and like, oh, I talked about that on the podcast. I don't remember. And I think to myself, how do you not remember what you said in front of a microphone? Now I get it. I have no idea what I've shared with the world and what I haven't. So sometimes people will talk to me. I'm like, oh yeah, Mike, you had sleep paralysis, right? I'm like, how the hell do you know that?
Yeah.
Are you in my head?
Stalking me?
Yeah. They're like, no, you broadcast yourself every other week. Oh yeah. Good point. You got me.
I remember you guys were asking the other question if you did something before you sleep, it would like make you induce certain dreams. When I was younger, I watched like these like horror movies or something, and I would get so creeped out because in my dreams I would like replay as if I were the main character getting haunted or like the victim. Oh my god, those are the worst. That's why I hated horror movies. And right now, like after like making Motto, it's a little better because
which is our horror short film.
Yes, that is in post production. So
yeah,
we're gonna. Working on that, but
no promises.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I feel like after making it, it's like not as bad, and now it's like when I watch movies, it's more like I'm like analyzing how they do certain things, so I'm not as like focused on like being scared. I mean, I still get scared, but it's like a little bit less.
Yeah. No, once you start learning the behind the scenes, it takes away some of the magic.
Yeah.
So it's a curse and a gift at the same time, and a blessing. Yeah, at the same time.
The horror movie Nightmare on Elm Street. Do you guys know that one? Have you seen those?
Yeah. Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger.
The freaking
Yeah.
Long.
The claws.
Yeah.
That was so that was based on the writer Wes Craven. He got the idea because he heard of some news story about teens in Switzerland or something like that, and they basically described the plot of the movie where they're like, yeah, there's something in our dreams trying to get us. And they were trying to stay awake because they found out after they passed away because they died from this weird like dream mental whatever happened over there. And then investigators like they opened the closet and they saw they had a coffee pot in their hidden in their closet. So the implication being these teens were going to crazy lengths trying to keep themselves awake before they eventually pass away. I don't know how much of that is true, but that's what Wes Craven claims.
In Switzerland.
With his news story. It was somewhere in Europe. It wasn't America, I remember.
It was their dreams, not the excess coffee at this point. That they.
I mean, like there was probably something wrong with them mentally that led to this, but it's crazy.
And they were all having the same dream.
I don't remember if it was multiple people.
Oh, that's so cool.
We
can like connect each other in our dreams and we can communicate.
I don't want to know what other people dream.
Yeah.
I don't need to go that.
We can meet in the dreams. Okay,
Have you guys ever lucidly dreamed? Like lucid dreaming?
Not lucid dreamed, but I've had dreams where I'm aware that it is a dream.
Yeah.
Once or twice, not a lot.
Like meta almost. Yeah. You're like, oh, this is like Inception.
What does it take to become aware?
I've looked into this because I wanted to do it and then I just never dedicated myself. One trick is to, whenever there is a common occurrence, like walking through a door or something, you do something tactile. So whenever you walk through a door, you tap on the door 3 times and you focus on feeling the door. And then when you're in a dream, if you just happen to pass through a door, you're already conditioned to subconsciously tap on the door. So then when you're in the dream doing that subconsciously, you realize there's nothing,
but that
physical
requires
here.
you to like,
so it's like
go through a door.
You're training
because I feel like you don't really have control over it.
Like you don't, because I feel like I don't really walk through doors in my dreams. I kind of just like get placed in different places. Like,
well, then every time you teleport somewhere in real life, touch the ground.
Teleport?
So then you can
Harry Potter,
teleport in your dream.
Harry Potter stuff.
Okay.
I
really feel the ground. Okay.
There are moments where like I'm like dreaming and then I'm like, this is a dream, so I'm just gonna make whatever I want happen, and then it'll happen, and it's the craziest thing, and I'll be like. Yeah, no, it was like my own. It's like a what is like the VR MMOs, like the ones that like everyone keeps talking about is the future or something. I literally feel like it's like the connected to my brainstem type of thing where I'm like, you know what, I don't want to do this. Like the dream is directing me towards it, and I'm being chased. I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, I don't want you to chase me, and then suddenly like whatever's chasing me disappears.
They listen to you.
And then like I'm like
he's a master of his mind.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing.
We're the amateurs. He's a mastermind.
Joe, you said something about like going into other people's dreams.
Yeah.
I think a Black Mirror episode would be, and I think Black Mirror is a little overrated, but I've only seen 3 episodes maybe. But that's a hot take for another day. I feel like it'd be interesting if you met yourself, but the version of yourself that other people perceive you as.
But different people perceive you differently.
Exactly. So then you could go, like, you would see how I see you.
Yeah.
You see how Darren and Richard see you. And then all of those, the way that you respond to it, that tells you something about how you perceive yourself.
Wait, I'm confused. So does that mean,
me too.
like...
I don't know what I'm saying.
also
don't listen
confused.
to me.
Are there different, like, clones of me?
No, you would be, like, beaming yourself.
But then you would be in our heads.
And like, in Darren's
You're
perspective
visiting
right
Darren's brain. And you meet the version of yourself
So I'm
that Darren
hearing what
always
Darren
sees.
thinks.
Something like
Like,
that.
fell off again. She's doing
This
this.
motherfucker.
I see.
She always makes fun of my feet. What the hell?
Oh my gosh. I see. Very interesting. I remember when I was younger, I had this. I don't know if it's hard to believe or not. I used to be super like punctual when I was young, and I'd be so scared to be late for class, even if it's like 5 minutes. And I had this one dream when I was like super late to class. It was like a whole 30 minutes, and that was like the end of me. And like in my head, it was just like, it was it. I was like, I'm flunking school, and then I realized it was a dream. And then
Pretty bad.
And
Wow.
I don't know why that was so important to me when you're younger. It's just like that was just like you have to be on time. Not that like being on time is bad, obviously, but just like it was just like life or death at that point.
Little things matter more when you're little.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's like good and bad, again, blessing and a curse sort of thing.
Mm.
You know, your highs are a lot higher, but then your lows are a lot lower from the smallest things that happen. Like your friend says something to you that you don't like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gets super low, but then
Yeah.
like girl taps your shoulder. Actually, guys are still kind of like this a lot of the time. Someone taps your shoulder and you're like, oh, dude, she's into me. Then highest high ever.
Mm.
We are 26 minutes in. I think we should swap out
For sure.
our recording.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys in
Alright.
5 seconds.
That's what
All
we
right.
say.
I like the peach one. Word.
That was it. That was the start. He likes the peach one.
I like the peach one. So we're all of age. We're enjoying a little bit something.
Apple juice.
Apple juice. Apple juice.
Peach juice.
Peach juice. I had some strawberry juice. Anyways, yeah, so we're talking about dreams, and I was wondering, like, on the other end of dreams, like, besides just dreaming dreams, what about, like, dreams and aspirations type of dreams?
Oh, big boy dreams.
Big boy dreams.
dreams.
Maybe that's why you don't dream anymore when you get older.
Yeah.
You have big boy dreams. I mean, on my end, I'm dreaming, but I guess I don't remember. All I remember is just grunting in my sleep in Mandarin.
Yeah, dude. I don't know who you're talking to,
I don't know.
who you're making out with.
No, apparently I'm just going like, yeah. And my mom said once that like I was like asleep and I was just really mad at somebody. I was like angry. Just
Yeah,
really
dude.
angry.
It's like scary, bro. You're like punching. You're like, oh.
Really? I'm punching?
You take it out as frustration.
Wait, I'm actually.
It's like Richard by night.
Wait,
Richard
I'm
by
punching.
day.
Wait, I'm actually like punching or something.
No, you're just like, I don't know.
Like,
You're,
really?
you're
Darren can tell you anything right now. He'd be like, "That was what you were doing."
Yeah. You're a
doesn't
little,
believe
you're a
him.
little scary.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
Right
what it
now.
was. It was just like I saw you get angry, and I was like,
Because you're so calm usually.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Yeah, I've never
I
seen
wanna-
Richard angry.
Sleep.
I feel like my biggest like seeing people who are usually calm like lose their cool is so cool to me. I don't know why.
Actually,
It's so cool.
I have
Yeah.
seen Richard
That's cool.
angry, but I've never seen him like lose his cool.
No, I want to see him lose his cool.
Wait, when
That-
have I been angry?
When we were on set one time and you're trying to address someone who was kind of all over the place
Oh.
and stressed out, and you were super calm, and then afterwards you were like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know what to do. I was just improvising." So like I was frustrated at the guy.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did
so
not
it's
realize
God-
that.
I'm kidding.
I wasn't angry.
Ah.
I was just exasperated. I was kind of like.
Oh, okay.
No, but the point is that you weren't angry, right?
Oh, you
Yeah.
weren't angry.
I wasn't
Okay.
angry. I wasn't.
So we got to make
Right.
you angry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get
Yeah.
me angry. Maybe
What's-
that's why it's all pent up. Yeah.
He's like, I dare you guys
To get
Try.
me angry.
In the comments
Right,
below.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
no.
do that, please.
You think
I'll
worse
take
thing
the
gets you is
engagement.
that?
Yeah.
No, they actually can't. I would say it probably gets me sad, if anything.
When was the last time you were angry?
When was the last time? Oh wow, when was the last time I was angry?
He's like, I'm not upset. I'm not angry. I'm just upset.
I'm just
No,
disappointed.
no.
I'm just
Like,
disappointed.
When was the last time I was angry?
Just a little annoyed.
Yeah.
We'll let you harp on that.
Yeah.
Like when you were
I
like
don't know.
punching stuff and like. Nah, actually, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. I don't know. I was just like, there's a lot that I was doing at once. Like it was like
Mhm.
a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then I remember coming back. Like it was like a Thursday or a Friday night. I forgot when.
Mm.
I was like carrying all this stuff, and then I was just like tired, and just like dumped it on the ground. I just got really like mad. I mean, I was like, there's no one there, so I was just like picking my stuff up and like putting it down very forcefully. I was like, backpack here, guitar here, like my water bottle on a table, and I was just like, like just like in my own head, but like no one's in the room or anything, so all I could do is like, it's just like really mad.
Wait, what was that from?
Huh? I don't know. It's just like
Oh.
really like huffy puffy kind of like angry,
Mm.
like frustration kind of anger.
So you
like
put
a
everything
stressed
away
out-
nice and neat?
But
No,
forcefully,
actually-
man.
Yeah.
No.
Forcefully.
No, yeah, the guitar like
No.
fell over and I got really annoyed,
Mm.
and I was like, "Why'd you fall over?" It's like gravity. How could you do this to me?
Damn.
Yeah.
I will
That's
say
good.
for sleep talkers, if you've read 1984, George Orwell, one of the things that the main character Winston says is like, man, I feel really bad for sleep talkers, because like you can control yourself in terms of what the government is seeing you say when you're, you know, going about your day. But if you're asleep and you talk in your sleep, you can't control what you hide from the government that is always surveilling us.
Yeah.
One of my biggest fears is to say something while I'm sleep talking. I guess I haven't said anything besides sitting up and saying I'm Christian.
You sit up, you're like, make America great again. And
I remember Stanley telling me that too. I just sat
No,
up.
that's good, dude.
I just sat up like this.
You need to tell me all your thoughts, Winston. That's what it needs.
I guess you have to start something.
We need the truth, bro.
Start something some Chinese. I'm glad neither you or Stanley like knew Mandarin. I was
like,
so
darn
glad.
it, holding Google Translate up to you.
Really?
Yeah.
What? This guy's trying to kill me. No, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Yo, not funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, dreams and aspirations, guys.
Yeah, for film, me personally, like the mission statement for Amateur Mastermind in terms of the films that we make, pretty much is my goal, which is to be telling, you know, stories and screenwriting, filmmaking for topics that will enlighten certain social issues or just humanitarian issues in general.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, I went into school, and I'm still in school, for physics and political science, which were the two different ways that I thought I could most efficiently and directly benefit people, right? Physics as in helping like create renewable energy or efficient energy and things like that, or political sciences through policy and affecting people's lives that way.
Yeah.
I realized I didn't really like the process of those two things for the most part.
Yeah.
But I really did like writing and story structure and things like that. So the compromise that I made in my head was using the stories in a way that really will help people as directly as possible. And sometimes I doubt, I'm like, do stories really have that kind of impact? Like at the end of the day, it is just art. Then I remember Woodrow Wilson playing Birth of a Nation at the White House and how viscerally pissed off that gets me that, you know, it was, you know, 1900s wasn't that long ago that he's playing this super racist film in the White House. It's like, oh yeah, this is amazing. This is great. That visceral emotional reaction for me reminds me of how powerful socially that films can be.
I think
and media in general.
It is so powerful because I think what film does great is like it helps you connect with the characters on that emotional level. Like they already make you grow attached to people. And I feel like us human beings are like social. So when we see like those emotions, you connect with them. And when something happens to those people, you feel it just so much stronger. Because it's not just like some random person on the news that's happening to you now. You're like, I know this character, you know? You almost like feel like you actually know them. And when things happen to them, it just hits so much harder. And I feel like that's what I want to do with film. Like the dream one day is to create a character that like people really connect with. And then have something happen to him or her. So then like people understand like how severe that really is, and they can sympathize to an extent with that.
That's true. And if you listen to Script Notes, I forget which host from Script Notes said it, but they're basically like, if you're a screenwriter in the traditional sense, you're some sort of sadist. You are someone who is taking a character and then putting them in the worst possible situation for that character specifically, because that's how you explore the theme through that very fundamental conflict within them. So we're all sadists in that way, which is great. It's good to know.
The Blind Side.
Like you birth a child.
Oh, the Blind Side is good.
Birth a child just to make them go through all the hardships in life. But I feel like it's like through hardship that's when you learn more about yourself and like those things.
Yeah, an interesting thing. Kevin Smith is another writer director who I really like. He ended his movie Clerks 2 and Clerks 1 is the movie that made him. Like that was the first movie that put him on the indie radar.
Yeah.
He ended Clerks 2 in a way that, you know, it wasn't this huge triumphant ending, but it was vaguely satisfying for his main characters. And he said, you know, I felt like I couldn't just leave these main characters who gave me so much, who started my career. I couldn't leave them in a bad spot. I had to give them something as if they were actual people to be respected and revered. It's very interesting to me.
I think for some people too, it's like the characters eventually grow out of you. It's like you envision them certain ways and then they start like telling their own stories. I'm like, that's like super interesting as well.
Sort of talking back to me. You started throwing some shade at me. I got a little upset.
You want me to do this? No, Mike, I'm not doing this. It's like Richard in this dream. You want to do something, and they're just like, no, I don't want to do this. I'm doing something completely different.
Go away, and you fade away like the
something
the
else.
Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hope you guys already watched the movies. Otherwise, just
I watched
Fade Away.
Fade Away.
Nice.
Uncut Gems recently. Have you guys watched Uncut Gems?
Not yet. It's on the list.
I recommended Uncut Gems.
Well,
a lot,
I'm just gonna say
but-
the overall feeling I got from it was just stressed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree.
That is
But-
what I've heard.
Yes, it's like stressful. I'm like, I personally like. I don't know if I love the movie. Just like, I really hated Adam Sandler.
Ah.
I really hated Howie, the character he played.
Mm.
But I think the director, like the whole and the actors, they did a great job of making me like maintain that level of stress throughout the movie, which is like hard to do. And I think that's also.
I think he's likable. I don't know. Like you still are on his side.
You feel for him.
I mean, it's like
Mm.
it's like you're so stressed. You're like, oh my gosh, I hope you're doing the right thing. I hope you're the right thing, right? Like, I hope you learn from whatever it is he's doing. Trying to keep it as vague as possible. But then like he does something else, and you're like, again, and then it's like going to that roller coaster of emotions. I think is also very interesting. But I do agree. It's like you don't. I don't know. I don't agree with his actions, but then you still kind of root for him because you're just kind of like, I don't want anything bad.
No more, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Stop
gem
it.
cutter in that movie, right? It's a sequel to Billy Madison, I'm pretty sure.
I cannot tell you're sarcastic.
I'm being sarcastic. But, yeah, it's on the
Sarcasm
watch
wasn't really
list
bad
for
at
me.
sarcasm.
Yeah.
I think Mike is usually good.
God
I
damn
don't-
it.
What do you mean
Always
usually
bad.
good? I'm always good.
So,
I'm always on
okay,
point.
yeah.
Okay,
So
I'm-
I'm usually bad at sarcasm.
Yeah.
99.999% chance.
Is that- are you being sarcastic?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
As real as possible.
Because I have not seen Billy Madison, so
Oh,
It didn't
okay.
land, yeah,
Okay. It
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
land.
I
It's
would-
not
I
an
would've
Adam
gotten it.
Sandler
I would
joint.
have gotten it.
So what are on your sides? We talked a little bit about our like dreams, aspirations.
Did you talk
Oh.
about your dreams or aspirations?
To
You just
create
said you didn't like Adam
character.
Sandler. You said he was a
Oh.
horrible human being.
mean, I think the goal
She
is
was
to-
like, I hate Uncut Gems, the guy from it.
Ooh.
Okay, vroom vroom.
Yeah. I mean, I think a dream is to like build a really strong production company that like maybe we can do together. Like tell those stories that are not told, right? I think
Mhm.
A24, like I'm a fangirl and you guys are like fanboys
too.
too. It's like they really revolutionize like the way they tell these stories and like the
Mhm.
fact that they have such a strong like almost cult-ish following from its like viewers, its audience
Mhm.
to tell these stories that like normally like these other production companies would not tell.
Mhm.
I think that is the goal, right? And to have like our little twist on it, have like these issues we want to focus on, or just like something that's fun for the people to like really watch and like connect with. I think that is a dream for sure. And like, I think my dream is to like leave some impact on the world,
Mhm.
like wherever that is. And I feel like that's through like emotions through people, because I think it's really important that you can leave like a feeling for someone that they can do something for themselves. And that's also why I like education so much in like third world countries, because I mean education here is like maybe a little different because we all have access to it, but then for them they just know that it's possible to do certain things that like opens so many doors for them,
Mhm.
just because they just would not know. Like this is one study in India where like girls would not get like a lot of schooling because they invest like heavily into the boys, but then after getting a pamphlet telling them that, oh, if you go to school, your returns, like your average income is this much higher, so many more of them go to school. And like it really is, because like before you can't just do a lot of stuff, but then like after these studies show you from econ studies that like it works, they actually go out and like make more money, and just like that can like help their whole family like in the generations after. And like that's so much more empowering, because I don't want to just give people money, right? Like it's gonna be used up and it's done, but giving them like the ability to do their own things, I think that's like the most empowering thing.
Yeah.
Because like that cycle continues.
Knowledge is powerful, and history too is really
Mhm.
powerful. And that's something that I've been realizing lately that I knew before, but I didn't really understand until now. And I probably still don't understand it completely,
Yeah.
but that's part of why I've been so obsessed with Spike Lee lately.
Mm.
The way he
got nominated
incorporates.
recently to be a jury for the
Oh, for
Oscars?
the new-
What was it? Or
oh
what
my
was
god.
it?
Okay, we didn't fact check me, but we'll put it back later.
The
Yeah.
Film Award.
Yeah, the Film
No,
Award.
I did see that though. Yeah.
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 And he was like the first black person to like have that. It's for the 74th.
Making strides.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I think
Denzel
this year,
Washington also
this year has been like strides, you know, like from like Bong Joon-ho from like Parasite, and then we have Minari, like a lot of the actors getting
They're getting
nominated.
How do you say it? Can you say it again?
Minari?
One more time.
Minari.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not even doing this correctly. I'm not even Korean, guys.
Wait a second.
Yeah, but it's
I don't know.
Minari. Every time I say Minari, people get confused. I'm like, oh, Minari, and they're like, oh, Minari.
You know,
You say it
Minari.
really with a southern drawl.
All the Koreans are cringing
Yeah.
and quaking.
But I know there was like a lot of controversy too, because they were saying it didn't qualify for like an American film because over half of it was in Korean.
Yeah.
But it was made by an American company, and it tells the story of Korean Americans living for the American dream. Our topic. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that was good. Oh.
That's
Please
the-
continue.
the thing. The thing though is like I don't think that's a valid
concern/excuse. I know like our national language, I guess you want to call it that, is English, but like
Yeah.
we're a country that's made up of immigrants,
yeah.
like from
What
the
they're
get-go.
going to the Golden Globes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, what the Oscars still nominated them for
Yeah,
Best
for Best
Actor,
Picture,
exactly.
Best Actor.
Yeah.
Wait, but they're still in the directorial category as well, and a
Mhm.
what was it, like a Best Picture category?
Yeah,
Yeah, Best
All right,
Picture,
so who
yeah.
cares about the Golden Globes?
Yeah,
Screw them, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah,
No, they're gonna see. It's not gonna be good.
We're gonna get canceled and pushed down on YouTube.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Instead of 5 views, we get 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
We do
That's-
better
that's
on the
almost
podcast
50%.
apps.
Yeah.
That's so
Really
funny.
should.
Yeah. Those spammers in our comments better not return. I'm seeing you.
I actually wonder who like watches the YouTube version.
Yeah.
Because I like podcasts because I can like play it when I'm doing something else
Mhm.
and it doesn't drain my battery as much.
Mhm.
Mm.
I was like, who wants to see us? Everybody, of course.
Of course.
Come on, man.
Self-gas.
Yeah.
Video podcast is
Yeah.
always better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we really only film just to put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
To be honest, like
Yeah.
no one really watches
Yeah.
YouTube. I do use YouTube when I go back to re-listen.
If
to old
you're watching
ones
this, comment right
sometimes.
now and comment the timestamp that you saw it at.
I feel like you should have said that in the beginning.
No,
That's funny.
No. Like comment the fact that you heard this one part.
Word.
Yeah.
If you made it this far,
Yeah. If you made it this far, here's the secret message.
$10 off your next order on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
We're sponsored by. No, joking.
We reward you with a $100 gift card.
Wow.
You got it.
Whoa,
You got
This is
it.
getting
that's all him.
dicey.
That's all him. That's all him.
This is getting dicey.
That's not me. That's not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
I'm
Talk about
sponsored
dreams
by
again,
this
quick.
juice.
Yeah. Dreams. Huh.
Cheers. Cheers.
Did you guys talk about your dreams and or aspirations?
Dreams or aspirations?
Not yet. We haven't talked
No.
about it yet. Do you want to go?
I don't know. For me, it's constantly changing. Yeah. You should go first though, because I need
feel like
to think
this
about this.
happened
It is.
before in a
it's a-
previous podcast.
It's a very big
yeah.
thing.
I was like,
for
Darren,
me.
do you want to go? And he goes, why don't you go, Richard? I'll be like, oh yeah.
Okay, sorry. Can you go?
Okay, anyways,
Uh-huh.
dreams and aspirations. It's a hard
It also
question.
needs a minute.
But I think
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's so funny. It's like the question I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually when you ask a question, it's because it's like you have
Let me tell
thoughts
you.
already
Let me
about
tell
it.
you what my dreams and aspirations are.
Yeah.
No. I think my dreams and aspirations kind of are like simplistic in the sense where it's like it's not one definite specific goal, but it's like it's one outcome in life. Number one is like live life to the fullest, and then also like never see anything as impossible, if that makes any sense. And I think that was like drilled in, I mean, like partially because of my mom would always tell me like nothing's impossible, like unless you put your mind to it. And then like only when someone tells you no can you say it was you tried, you did your best, versus like you just assuming that it's a no. And there's like a lot of instances where that became true. I'm like, dang, I should just like went for it. And I think like on top of that too, it's just I would like one day to like retire and say I did what I did, and it's like a Frank Sinatra song. I did it my way. I think that's my dreams and aspirations. Essentially, it's not like one like life goal that I'm aiming for, but it's like a lifestyle, I guess, that I'm aiming for. But I also don't want to like live life to the fullest in the extent of like abandoning like my life, if it makes any sense. Like I want to strike a balance, and I think that kind of goes into my faith a little bit. But yeah.
Interesting. Very, very general.
Yeah.
Sort of life lesson
Approach.
through line
Yeah.
approach to those. Yeah.
If you like, let's say you move to like another country that you've never been in, and then just have this new identity, you think you would act like very differently? Like,
Yeah, it's a college.
Darren was like,
No.
Darren's like, I came to college, I was confident.
No. I feel like college is like a way for a lot of people to start like their new
Rebranding.
lives.
Mhm.
Because I mean, you're in high school and you're with these people for what? Like, I don't know. Some
Way
of them
too
ever since you were
long.
babies. Like,
Yeah. Man, I couldn't rebrand myself.
Some of them you just look at them when you go to school. You're like, oh,
This kid.
I'm
This
sick
guy,
of you,
man.
bro. Just get out of here.
Nah.
Heard you whining when you were 5.
Coming to college was weird because all like my two worlds collided. My Queens world, my New York City world,
Mhm.
and then my Long Island world.
Yeah.
That was like hard for me because I was like, oh no, what if they think I'm like not who I'm actually? Like, what if I've lived my life in a two-faced way? But then no, it was like people were like, oh yeah, Richard does this, right? And they're like, yeah. I'm like,
I guess not. I guess like I'm still the same person.
Yeah. There's so many sides to people though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of inevitable.
For sure.
And to call one side fake and the other not fake,
I
it's
feel
kind of
like
simplistic.
That's why weddings intrigue me. Because you invite like everybody who technically knows you to an extent, right, to the wedding. But then like they see like so many different sides of you. That's like, oh, very interesting.
Who is this guy?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. No,
like
that's
your-
what
like
happens
your-
when
like
you
your
invite
parent-
too many different people from
Yeah.
different
Like your
friend
parents,
groups.
like I feel like your parents see you as like their kid and they see you in like a very like baby way almost. And then like your friends see you in certain ways. Maybe your like coworkers that you meet at work, they're still your friends, right? But they see you in different ways. And then just like these whole like amalgamations of like different characters that have these different perspectives of you, like the Black Mirror episode you're pitching. If you guys want to make that, we can write a script for you. Netflix, please hit us up.
We can make it better. Give us our own show.
Yeah.
Gray Mirror.
Yeah. Anyway, so I
Slightly
feel like
less
it's
Black
like
Mirror.
cool to see like those
Black
different
Mirror.
people kind of. And I wish like what if all these, because usually when you're at a wedding table, you get like placed with people that you mostly
that
kind
you
of
don't
know.
really know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they all just kind of talk about you. It's like, oh, what? That's what Mike's like. That's what Darren's like. That's
Yeah,
what Richard's
yeah.
like.
That's
I think
interesting.
that's like interesting. And then like
yeah.
piecing the person together that way is cool.
Yeah, no, I always wonder what that would be like, because I know a lot of people that don't necessarily mesh together, like a lot of different friends that will
Yeah.
be like, oh, like
yeah.
I don't know if this group should hang out together because
Yeah.
I don't really know if they're gonna get
Yeah.
along. I like both of them separately though,
Yeah.
but it's like
Yeah.
weird.
And like
to
maybe
push
you
them
don't see
together.
those two people like being
Yeah.
friends, right? Just because they may just be like a mismatch of personality or like values, but
Mhm.
you're somehow able to
You're
connect
like,
them.
are they friends?
Like how are we
Yeah.
friends? Like, how are we such good friends? But then they also don't like.
Or the opposite, and they get together so beautifully.
Yeah,
That
and
you're
you're like,
canceled.
how
That
are
you're
you
just-
guys
you're cut
Yeah,
out.
friends?
yeah. No, some
Damn
people.
it.
It's definitely like that for some people.
Yeah.
It's like you are.
There's
really good
definitely a
friends,
YouTube sketch
and then you
up
have
out
like
there
a
on
mutual
it.
friend.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
that's
they
a
become
Wong
best
Fu
friends.
skit right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Mm.
that's cool to though think about.
Yeah, if you've seen Melancholia, the first half of the film, it's
That's a
like
good
this
film.
weird artsy sci-fi film. I think the first half was a little better than the second half, but anyway, the first half of the
Mm.
film is following this character that essentially has some form of depression or
Mm.
anxiety,
Yeah.
really more depression than anxiety, as they go through their wedding day, and how that is back to what we said about being sadists as writers.
Mhm.
For someone who struggles with depression in big crowds, your wedding day might be the most, ironically, the most terrifying day of your life, because all eyes are on you. Not only is it attention, but it's almost pressure to be happy, to enjoy the moment. And if you're
Yeah.
someone who struggles with
Dude,
being
You're a
happy,
certain way kind of thing.
that's
I can't
that's
even
terrifying.
imagine what that is going to be like. Because at the same time, you're like, it's going to be the happiest day of my life. I mean, probably for bride, but then for
That's
I don't
not
know.
true.
I don't
Whoa.
really know.
No, that's not
man.
true.
Cancel.
No, I'm like she's so stressed because she has to worry about her dress, her like bridesmaids.
I guess
What
you're right.
What is
Darren,
I
I want
think
to see you
it's
cry
just-
on that.
Yeah.
I want to see you cry on that wedding pedestal. thing.
Because I mean, like who wants it? Like who wants like that wedding more though?
I mean, it
Like,
depends on the
bride or
couple.
groom.
That
Both.
depends on the couple.
Yeah, depends on the couple.
Yeah.
Depends on the person.
You're
Mike's,
assuming.
Mike's looking at Darren
You're
like, what are
assuming,
you
like,
even
the woman
saying
cares
right
more.
now? Mike's like,
Maybe
Darren.
on
I mean,
average.
It depends. Yeah, maybe on
depends.
average, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a big commitment. Definitely.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is a big commitment.
Yeah, but I always wondered, like, it's just like the people there, and you have all these
Mhm.
eyes on you. I'm like wondering, like, would I really be like that happy on that day? Like, would
Yeah.
it be?
He's like, stop looking at me.
Yeah,
I was
I
reading,
feel like
I
it'd be
don't wanna
mad
see you.
stressful, man.
I was reading a book about Abraham Lincoln because I'm
Yeah.
such a cool kid and kids love me so much because I read books about dead
cool
presidents.
cat.
But he's, this is a man who's dealt with depression all his life, and one of the things that he said was even when he was inaugurated as president, the reality seemed to keep letting him down, where he built something up in his mind to a certain extent, and then it's just the payoff, the satisfaction
Yeah, yeah.
emotionally just is not
It's
there.
not the same.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's the thing, like with expectations and like reality. And I guess like your dreams of what's gonna actually be like, it just when it doesn't match up, like it might not even be bad, right? But because like you had these expectations for it, it just doesn't meet them. It makes it bad. And I feel like
like
that's-
expectations will always like make you upset to like some degree. Like just
Yeah.
having like these higher expectations, it's like
so
On the
lower
positive,
them.
yeah.
We said that, I think we said I was not
or
we said this
or
before.
not even lower
said
them, just
something
don't
about that.
have them. I don't know.
Don't have expectations.
Darren has no
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's the flip side too, where you expect something to be horrible, and you're like, oh my god, I can't do it, and then you
Yeah.
get through it, and it's like, oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. And that's, like,
we
the
just
fear
plan for
side.
the
Yeah.
extremes in our
Mhm.
heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fear side, the
The
horror
fear
movie
side.
side,
Exactly.
the nightmare
Yeah.
side.
I feel like that's what the thing of horror movies, right? It's like the thing itself might not be that scary, but everything leading up to it is like the worst.
That
thing
is
ever.
something that we definitely
Yeah.
learned.
For
Yeah, it's the
me-
suspense,
Yeah,
right?
it's
You hold it
suspense.
out
You
for
gotta
long
hold it.
enough, and
Yeah.
it just
For me, it's the horror movies that have like exorcism or spirits and demons that get to me because like,
Me too.
hi, I am Christian.
And
Mhm.
those
Oh,
things
yeah, that's pretty
exist
bad.
in
I'm
Christianity.
Christian.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
And I go back to sleep. Now, no, like that exists for me. So then, like when I see a movie
Dude.
like that, I'm like, bro, like this could genuinely be a possibility.
Were we the one that put the picture in front of your bed? After we watched like The Grudge?
Oh yeah.
We did that to
Yeah,
you?
but The Grudge wasn't scary for me.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
You
wasn't-
didn't
It was
really
scary for
react.
me.
Yeah, I didn't really react.
We
'Cause-
should have taped it on
Yeah.
her.
No, you guys saved it in front of all
Yo,
the doors.
wait,
You should've
describe
put it
what you
underneath
did.
her
No one here
bed.
know, including me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We printed out like pictures of The Grudge and we like put it like in different places after they watched the movie. And one of them was like behind the doors because there was like a little window there, and then we just taped it on the other side, so it was like watching through. It would creep you out if you just glanced like really quickly,
Yeah.
like, wait, what did I just see?
Yeah.
That would freak me out so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
the thing about The
It was
Grudge is
bad.
like you know it's not real.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like it's not even a demon or a spirit. It's just it is.
When it has to
what
do with
is.
like the Christianity, you're saying it was.
Yeah, whatever like movie that does. So like
Yeah.
for example, like The Nun. Oh my gosh, yo, I saw the clip art for that. I was like, hell no.
The
The cover
clip
art.
art.
The clip art.
Yeah,
the
the-
clip
the
art.
That was it.
I,
That was
I was
fun.
kind of creeped out by that one we watched. It was like the. What was it? It was also like a Catholic one. Like the girls. Do you remember what it was?
The Catholic one
It
with
was
the girls.
No, it was like
Whoa,
underneath
hey.
underneath the bed. Like there was like an imprint of like the monster.
No.
No,
I think it-
you were there. You were watching that one.
Jojo
Okay,
was
when
bad.
I used
Wipe
to
it,
watch
remember.
horror movies, I watched like with my hands over my ears, my eyes shut, and like I peek to
Yeah.
see what's
So are you
going
really
on.
watching or going like this? To
I'm
this?
like maybe close. I don't know. I feel like the
Yeah.
sounds add so much though. I feel like a horror
Oh
movie,
yes.
the sounds add so much. If you're just watching it, because I can go like this, it's like a lot better.
A movie
And then-
score and sound design matters
Yeah,
much.
because it
Really, like,
connects your
heavy
senses.
bass.
It connects your senses. It's
Yeah.
not just like
Especially for horror. You're right.
Yeah.
Horror that is
Yeah.
so reliant on
Sound
audio.
is everything, man.
yeah. You know what would change the game? Scent. We include scent, and we have like a food thing. And
In
then,
a
like,
horror movie?
Yo,
horror
when I
movie.
was-
It
Like-
smells scary.
No,
think-
I was actually. I thought Jojo was gonna say scent, and it was like the scent of blood or something. I was like, oh yeah, that would actually scare the absolute crap out of me.
blood smell like? It's just
or
like
like
metallic.
or the smell
Yeah,
of
like
a
iron.
corpse.
Oh, okay.
Or the
Yeah.
smell of a corpse that's like rotting.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you get like all those senses too.
I feel like that would just kind of disgust you. I don't know.
You would,
But,
if
yeah.
you did
Yeah.
that, you might get like veterans and EMTs and people
Oh, yeah.
getting severe PTSD,
PTSD.
from scent especially.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And you'd have to have like
sorry.
like a TV or a projector that's like releasing this
Like skunk.
scent.
Well, the scent might be too
Someone
much.
definitely invented that. It
Like,
ran out
could-
of
could you
business.
imagine-
Yo, look at this.
Can you imagine the opening?
This
of
has
so
smells.
bad.
something
And
like
air.
Saving Private Saving
Oh,
Private
Saving
Ryan.
Private Ryan. Oh my goodness.
Smelling that in
yeah,
addition to
smelling the
everything else,
gunpowder, smelling the blood, the sweat, tears.
that
like,
would be
really, like,
horrifying.
Yeah.
But if we watched a cooking anime, oh, that would be.
I was
awesome.
thinking about cooking. I was thinking about cooking shows. It's like
Food Wars.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
what senses are we missing here? We're missing the scent, feeling, like touch.
yeah.
They have
I
40
used to
movies.
watch
They
like
have 40
I
movies.
went to this
Yeah.
one like bubble show when I was like younger.
Show.
And then but they would show you everything and you would hear it, and then they would also like splash water on you, and they would also like move the chair. So
You
get,
know,
like, all your
you know the
senses.
Bug's Life. Did you
Actually,
see
I
that
think
one? The
I-
Bug's Life.
Oh, I
yeah,
saw
it was
that.
And there was
The
like these little like
smells.
there's like these little things that come up
Yeah.
from your sea and makes you feel like the bugs are like
Yeah,
crawling
Yeah.
underneath.
Oh, I hate that thing.
Yeah.
They also had smells in that.
Yes,
That might have been
yeah.
like
They-
a
they had
5D
earth
sort
smells,
of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
4 or 5D, I forgot what it's called, but I know they have 40 movies and like 40 shows. And
I used to
things.
love those Disney shows going to Disney.
They would have like
World
the
and
mist
seeing
spraying.
shows.
We put on the goggles.
Those are
like
so
3D.
cool.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
yeah, yeah.
hate watching of goggles. It makes my vision like just so much
Oh
worse.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
agree.
are
Try washing with
approaching.
glasses.
We're approaching the end here.
Mm.
I think we're gonna end with our little word game.
Yes.
If everyone's all right with that,
Sounds good.
I can start off, and then we'll go this way.
Okay.
Mm.
Ready?
Counterclockwise. Okay.
Dreams,
Are
The
Best
I was thinking that.
things
that
Can
happen.
to
He's like always
you
if
You
pick.
the
right.
dream.
Period.
Isn't that
nice,
interesting?
nice.
Wow,
That
that's so
wasn't-
deep.
To dream.
That's so deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should write a whole
What did we
script
say?
like that.
What did we say?
Yo, it's like an
Dreams
Inception.
can be
It's
the
like- it's
best
almost
thing
like
that can happen
Inception,
to you
bro.
if you pick the
Crazy.
right dream.
Yeah, if you pick the right dream.
I don't know
I
if that would be
feel like
faster
I
or
wasn't the
slower.
word that I was expecting.
Yeah, I was expecting.
It wasn't like too deviant. Okay.
For
Alright.
Sure.
That's
All
it.
right.
That's it.
All right,
Let's
peace,
catch you guys
y'all.
next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wait, empty cups.
No, it's not
Plug.
empty.
Empty chairs and empty tables. Yes.
Yes.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Amateur Mastermind Productions podcast called Amateur Hour.
tune back in every other Tuesday. We'll be posting another podcast episode. And then also don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, tune into our Spotify or even our YouTube, wherever you are on these platforms. And check out our other podcast episodes as well on both platforms. And we'll be posting all over our social media, so don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all the works. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.